Agriculture has enabled human populations to grow and flourish throughout the history of the Earth. In recent years, extreme weather events have greatly impacted several different agricultural systems due to human industrialization and globalization. Modern large-scale industrial farming is vulnerable to this changing world, which is evident from recent ecological disasters. From the governmental scale all the way to the small-town farmer, tactics to mitigate further destruction is underway. Here in the States, food prices are on the rise. Some products are becoming harder to find, and the food we eat is less nutritious than ever. Donald Davis from the University of Texas said, "Studies of fertilization found inverse relationships between crop yield and mineral concentrations, aka the illusion effect. All of these problems originate at the farm, where acid rain, soil degradation, drought, invasive species, and many other forms of climate change are devastating crops." The EPA has stated, "Changes in the frequency and severity of droughts and floods could pose challenges for farmers and ranchers. Strangely, droughts and floods are occurring only months apart from one another in many regions. When a region is stricken with drought, the farms use water from local sources such as lakes, rivers, and subsurface aquifers." Scientific America stated the Ogallala Aquifer is a vast underground reservoir whose levels have dropped precipitously since 1940. This aquifer is the main source of water for farmers all across the Midwest within the United States, and it's running out. Increased aridity within certain environments is causing farmland to literally turn to desert, such as in western China and the American Southwest. The failing harvests in the US, Ukraine, and other countries this year have eroded reservoirs to their lowest levels since 1974. The US, which has experienced record heat waves and droughts in 2012, now holds in reserve a historically low 6.5% of the maize that it expects to consume in the next year. Indiana has also experienced significant disadvantage with their crops. With food becoming scarcer and the demand becoming greater, the prices of food have consequently increased in the United States as well as in other areas of the world. In the last 3 decades, extreme heat events have become more widespread and now affect about 10% of the globe. In another decade, the number could rise to about 17%. While the drought in the U.S. has caused severe crop crisis and forest fires in the state of Colorado, leaving dozens homeless, different parts of the world have adverse effects. Due to extreme weather patterns that have been occurring, food prices are now up by over 10%. China and Russia have also been experiencing food shortages and fires due to the intense drought. The drought in Russia has continued to worsen over the course of 2012, causing numerous different crops to die and other agricultural methods to be eliminated because of the poor growing conditions. The road ahead may seem dim, but we still have hope. By devising inner-city towers of crops and cattle so we can increase production and decrease transportation. Vertical farms in Singapore are able to produce 1,000 tons of crops per day in less than 4 hectares of land. We have the resources, but it's the determination and willpower that will see us through to a healthy environment for animals and humans alike.